welcome the podcast Oil Mafia Hunting Down Rija Khalid. My name is Kevin as host.
My name is Kayla as host.
My name is Clara, scarce person.
My name is Soleha, a source person.
My name is Dapa as source person.
My name is Paris as source person.
Lanjut.
Hello Royalistinos, welcome back to Expose the Scandal, the investigative podcast that uncovers major cases. I am Kevin.
And I am Kayla. Today we'll discuss a name that's been to spotlight across Indonesia. Rija Khalid, the so-called oil mafia, active in the Pertamina corruption scandal with massive status losses.
Is not a stranger in the oil and gas world. Rija is now a fugitive in Pertamina corruption, case with a legend. State losing reaching to 185 trillion rupiah.
That number is named to imagine it could be used to build thousands of hospital or school or to fund social programs for millions of people.
Exactly. That's why today we invited for amazing ways to break down this case from different perspectives: law, economy, energy, and the Fafa voice.
Let's start with Soleha from the Attorney General Office. Thank you for joining us, Soleha. Could you explain the chronology how this case unfolded and why Rija Khalid was named as suspect?
Of course, the investigation began early this year, focusing on irregularities in crude oil and fuel imported by Pertamina as subsidiaries PT Kilang Pertamina. Subsidiaries PT Kilang Pertamina International and PT Pertamina Patraniaga. We found inflated costs markup that were highly unusual. In February 25 we named Muhammad Kari Riza and Son as a suspect as the investigation defined. Fides Sowid Riz himself played a central role, especially in influencing Pertamina decision. By July 25, he was officially declared a suspect.
And the number are staggering. The loss was initially estimated at on 197.7 trillion rupiah, right?
Yes, but after further audit and contract revised, the figure grew to around 285 trillion rupiah. This includes in-flight import fares and uncensored leasing of the Merak fuel terminal.
Unbelievable. And where is Rija now?
Thus, flight aboard latest information suggests Malaysia. We have coordinated with Interpol and investigation to narrow his movement.
So the Manhunt is still active. Thank you, Soleha.
Now let's move to Paris and economist Paris. When we talk about a loss of 285 trillion rupiah, what does that mean for the national economy?
The impact is enormous. 285 trillion rupiah is roughly equal to about 10% of our national budget for health and education. That money could finance millions of social aid recipients, build thousands of schools, or strengthen legal energy infrastructure.
So this lost directive erodes the state's ability to support its people.
Exactly, corruption like this creative packs ballooning of fuel subsidies. In the end, the government must cover the deficit with new debt or by cutting budget in other vital sector. The impact hit the public, fuel price rise, transportation costs rise, then basic food price and inflation follow.
So it's the lower income communities that carry the heaviest burden.
Yes, the middle and lower classes suffer most. They already struggle with daily need, and then energy price soar because of oil mafia manipulation. This corruption does just rob the state, is rob the people welfare directly.
A very heavy blow. Thank you, Paris.
Next, we turn to Clara, an energy and state-owned enterprise analyst. Clara, what was the modus operandi in this case?
The main scam was in fact import cost of importing crude oil and fuel was as for about ratio level out to 13 to 15%. On top of that, Pertamina was perfect the less demand for terminal. They did not it, but were partial to reach it in further price.
So these costs were purposely draining the state's finances.
Especially and this liver effect is high. Softly, the version of Jennifer must cover and equality feel free of consumer risk. His claim his people discriminate the outcome.
That's crucial. So it's not just number, but a calculation from corrupt contracts to higher full price.
Yes, and this is why public our stare is so strong.
Next, anti-corruption NGO. Now we go to Dafa from an anti-corruption NGO. Dafa, how has the public responded to this case?
People are furious. Pertamina is a state-owned company. Yet to people basic needs when they see hard-earned of trillions stolen while struggling to buy food. It feels like betrayal. There even talk of class action lawsuit against Pertamina. Thou saw how deep the frustration runs.
And what are NGO like your demanding?
Three things: fearful transparency in energy info contracts. Second, independent audits of source mass. B, public heads to the public. Dear, the government must strengthen extradition treaties so fugitive.
And what are NGO like yours demanding?
Three things: first, full transparency in energy info contracts. Second, independent audit of source mass. The public head to the public. Third, the government must strengthen extradition treaties so fictitious like Reza Khalid cannot escape justice abroad.
So the first one, is just on the course, but also on government.
Exactly, this case is bigger than one man. It's about fixing the system.
Alright, we heard from our guests to summarize. Basically, the oil mafia is effective in Pertamina corruption scandal. State losses 285 triliun rupiah. Modus inverted oil import fees and unitary leasing of the Merak terminal impact ballooning subsidies, higher oil price, and people suffering.
This case is not just about numbers. It shows how fragile our state-owned enterprises are when private interests interfere.
Exactly, it's about social justice, about how fragile our state-owned enterprises are when private interests interfere.
We went to thanks our guest, Soleha, from the Attorney General Office, Paris with his economy analysis, Clara with her energy perfect state, and Dapa with the vocal voice.
And of course, thank you to our loyal listeners of Expose the Scandal. I am Kayla.
And I am Kevin. See you in the next episode. Stay critical, stay aware. Thank you.
Thank you.